Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Guild Ball match report. We have Skatha Hunters versus Obulus Morticians. The terrain is obstacle, barrier, rough ground, obstacle, obstacle, fast ground. Morticians win the roll-off and choose to receive. So I've brought Chaska, Skatha, Sina, Zarola, Jakar, and Fahad. Jakar is kicking. And the Morticians have got Dirge, Casket, Obulus, Skulk, Memory, Brainpan, and Graves. Jakar makes a central kick, and the kick is good. Dirge collects and passes it possibly to Brainpan, I can't remember. It could have been Skulk, there might have been some passing around. The Morticians stay deep, and the Hunters move up cautiously, at least to start with. I use Zarola to Midnight Offering Jakar up further forwards, and use Skatha to create some fast ground for the bear. I think I snowballed the bear forwards and cold snapped Casket. Basically what I'm looking for is a nice juicy first turn target with Jakar and have the bear set up to cover him. I don't think I was quite in range of Casket due to his rough ground aura. But Obulus decides to be a total penis and walks up outside of Jakar's melee, hits him, knocks him down. He's fully stacked up with influence, by the way, and I have got no momentum. So he utterly kills Jakar's activation, and all I can do is drop a trap and stand up, sacrificing my walk. So he sat there damaged like a lemon, blocking the bear's charge lane, and this was absolutely terrible. We go to turn 2, I play Go for the Knees. Francois plays Won't Touch the Hair, and because he's got megatons of momentum, he goes first, and Obulus kills Jakar. 2-0 to the Morticians. I think I attempt to do some setup, or maybe a charge into Graves with Fahad to get some momentum. Either way, that was a bad idea because it allowed Casket to go and Heavy Burden the bear put up his "you can't charge me" without it being a bad thing aura, and essentially shut Sina down again for another turn. Just terrible. So I think Skatha goes, puts down her fast ground so that the bear can at least move. Not quite enough to get to Obulus, I don't think. And scoots around into a threatening position to get the ball, puts a cold snap, snaring lots of people. The Morticians have been hitting for hat and not a lot of effect. Chaska boomboxes Casket into the obstacle. I need to start putting out the damage and setting some people up for the kills. I think Zarola either moved Sina or Skatha, I can't remember. What I was trying to do here with Fahad was to tie up the bulk of his team in this corner, get them all bunched, so that I can set up a ball lane here in the center. And basically the idea is to try to get the ball off them, score, he'll kick it out, and then threaten the riposte by pinning the Morticians fully in their half. It would be working a whole lot better if the bear could do anything. So we're going to turn 3, I play Seize the Initiative, the Morticians play Keep Your Chin Up, and I get the first activation. I feel it's a bit about time for a legendary move. Skatha pops Winter's Night. There's all these lovely snared people, so she gets the ball, dodges around, and sinks the goal. I then run the length out over here, just make it a little bit more awkward for the Morticians to all gang up on her, and make her a nice snapshot turret. Skulk ends up nabbing the ball. I don't think the kick out was very good, and both he and Obulus try to start beating on Skatha, so not much effect if I remember. I think my opponent's dice were pretty bad. Jakar, who'd come back on this side of the pitch by the fast ground, goes in, kills Graves, comes back out again. Score is now 6-2 to the Hunters. So we're starting to just start swinging the game back in our favour until Casket goes, puts down a ton of his no-chargy auras, and heavy burdens the bear again. Sigh. I should mention the memory keeps running around Sina and blocking charge lanes and keeping her engaged. Casket and Brainpan and Memory are amazing anti-bear tech. I think I end up killing Memory a couple of times during the game, but it doesn't score any points, and the damn thing keeps coming back. So we go into the next turn. I play fullback, my opponent plays midfield general, and you can see he's on about 18 minutes. I think I have pretty much clocked out. I can't remember who gets the initiative, but I don't think I stacked Skatha up with influence because I thought she would die. It's pretty clear the Morticians are trying to go for a Casket time, and I don't want to give them the satisfaction. I might have got the initiative, and I might have gone with Chaska and put armor on Skatha, and and then tried to boombox or something. I can't quite remember, but I know I put armor on her at some point, and it was amazing because the Morticians just can't take her down. Dirge and Memory block Cena. I think Cena ends up just walking around, helped by Zarola, to get into Brain Pan, doing some damage, but it's not the most efficient way. And J-Card runs around, maybe does a bit of damage to Brain Pan as well. And basically, as I'm bleeding points at this time, my objective is to kill Brain Pan and get a goal with either J-Card or Skatha. But with the Morticians just gumming up my killing machinery and keeping healing Brain Pan and Casket, it's going to be hard. We go for one final turn. I play Sell It to the Crowd, but my opponent plays Lone Striker. I had some good initiative cards this game, but I think I keep getting hit by these -1 influences, which isn't good when you're also forgetting your goal influence. So the Morticians go first and finally take down Skatha. I don't think it was with a Casket time, but he's on like 10 or 11 points by now anyway. J-Card goes in. He manages to steal the ball. I think he gets tackled and then steals it back and then runs out of time before he can take the shot. Oh my goodness, that was so annoying. And in final news, Cena fails to kill Brain Pan and my opponent bleeds me to 12 points to 6, I think. Really great game. My opponent did amazingly well to shut down Cena and devour my clock. And I think this Morticians team is a really good pick against Skatha. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care.